I do not know what happened there. Okay. Here we go. Looking a little bit better. I don't know what I did on this one. This side, but it looks awful right there. Okay. So. It says in the working thread and tail. So the way that you do this, you're going to sew back through the last few rounds of beadwork, and then it says following the thread path of the stitch and tying 2 or 3 half hitch knots between beads as you go. So I'm going to show you how to do that half hitch knot. Okay, so I'm going to follow the thread path. Right, I'm going to get to a place where I want to make a knot. So say I want to make a knot right here. I'm actually going to find the thread, put my needle underneath it, pull this up just a smidgen so you have a little loop. Go through that loop with your needle, okay? And then tighten it up and you've got yourself a little knot, okay? So I'm going to do a couple more knots, go through all the beadwork here, poke myself again. So I've been using these knots to finish thread for years and years and years, and let me tell you guys, like, it works. The thread, I mean, it doesn't get loose, it doesn't, you know, get tangled up or anything like that. So it's really helpful to know how to do that with your thread. So I'm going to add one more knot, go through a couple beads. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take the needle off, trim this guy. Being careful not to trim the bottom one. So there's that one. So then I'm going to put the needle on the starting thread. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to just sew through the thread path, making knots as I go to go ahead and secure the beads. Okay. Alright, so now I can take that thread and cut this. And then you've got your little, basically a bead cap. Okay, and step number 9 says repeat steps 1 through 8 to make a second herringbone bead cap. I'm not going to do the second one on camera, so we're going to skip to, we're going to skip to step 10. So this says using flesh cutters, cut a 4-inch piece of wire and center a 9 by 15 millimeter crystal drop on the wire. Okay, so they've given me wire, and it is a 28 gauge, so very, very thin. So I'm going to actually take my nylon jaw pliers, which look like this. I'm going to straighten this wire out a bit. Okay. And I'm going to take my curved nose. You can take any other plier just to hold it so that I can get it nice and straight. Alright, so it's nice and flat, it's not all wonkified. Okay, so I'm going to cut this in half using my flush cutter. So the flush cutter on one side is a little bit curved and on the other side it's completely flat, and that actually gives you a nice clean cut instead of having it come to a point. So I'm actually just going to cut these in half. Okay. So center the crystal. So it's a 9 by 15 millimeter crystal. This is what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to center that. Okay. And it says bend both ends of the wire to meet above the drop. So there we go. Nice and bent. Done. Okay, this is over both wire ends. String a herringbone bead cap. So like that. Okay, so there's the cap on there. A glass pearl, which they gave us. Okay, this one you're going to have to push down a little bit with the wire. And then a check fire polish bead. Now these are 3 millimeter. That's what it looks like. Push the cap and beads down firmly onto the drop. Okay. Working with both wire ends, make a right angle bend with chain nose pliers, which I don't have. I have my curved pliers, so those will work just fine. Making sure to push these beads all the way down, okay? And then it says curve the wires over the top jaw of the round nose pliers. Okay, so I'm just going to do this with my round nose. Okay. So, and then it's curving it to make a loop. Focus camera. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to move my pliers so that the other nose is right on top of that loop, right? I'm going to take the wire over, and then I'm going to make a wire wrapped loop. So I'm just going to take the wires, go around, right, until everything's nice and secure. Okay, like that. All right. And it doesn't say anything about it, but you're going to go ahead and cut these. Now, to make the flush cutter flush, or to make the wire flush, use this flat part to be against where the beadwork ends, because that's going to make the cut flush instead of being sharp and pointy. Now, I'm going to take my needle nose, or my curved nose pliers, and just tuck that little wire end in, just so it's not poking out on people. Okay. So there we go. Got that, and then we're going to attach the ear wire. That's weird. In the back, it got, this one went through the bead on the other one, so I've never seen that before. That's really funny. All right, out of the bead. Wow. There we go. Okay. Oh, I got a little Alright, so to attach the ear wire, you just take this little loop, open it towards you. Okay, not side to side, not like that, but towards you. Open that up, pop this earring on. Close her up. And there you go. You've got your lovely crystal herringbone earrings. Really cute. Okay, so just a review on just the earring tutorial. If you don't know herringbone, it's going to be hard for you. So just make sure that if you're going to do the beading box, make sure that you know quite a few stitches, because they don't really give you a step-by-step on the herringbone. So I already know herringbones, so thankfully that was a little bit easier for me, even though I did wonkify one part of it and I don't know how I did that. But it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy to follow. Yeah, and then you get your cute finished earring product that you can wear, or you can give it to family and friends, or, you know, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I hope that the tutorial wasn't too bad. I'm trying to do a different setup. I'm working on trying to figure out how everything works. Because I want to do more tutorials, but I don't have the ideal setup for tutorials. And I don't have the ideal camera for tutorials, so... But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Here it is again. And then don't forget to hit that bell to subscribe, and that'll notify you when I post another video. Alright, bye guys.